So, Vince, to you, what is the difference when you look at the Bucks-Heat matchup last year to this year? What do you think is the most sort of standout thing that's making the difference to you?
Jrue Holiday.
Yeah.
First and foremost, Jrue Holiday, but their acquisitions of Forbes, Tucker, Bobby Portis, been great because what it has done is open the floor up for Giannis to play one-on-one and not have to shoot the jump shot, what he's not comfortable doing all the time. So I think now Jrue Holiday is able to create, and when they're stagnant, he goes out there, like you said, a maestro, making plays. And then defensively, he doesn't have to guard the best player all the time because they have Tucker.
Okay,
PJ can go out there and guard the center, and they can play small and put Giannis at the 4. He doesn't have to play the 5. And, you know, with these guys, they could do so many things. And then Brent Forbes shoots the lights out, which now you can't help off him. Who do you help off of now because of all the shooters? So I think Jrue Holiday is the head of that group, and then everybody else plays their role to perfection.
Yeah.
I'd have to agree, VC. Jrue Holiday is the first person you think of. I mean, he had 15 assists the other day, guys. Now, I know literally everything was clicking for the Bucks, but just not only what he does in terms of orchestrating the offense, I think the grit that he brings. We know that this squad has been successful in the regular seasons in the past, but there's an extra level that you got to kick into in the postseason, as you know, VC. But I also kind of think, and the numbers don't necessarily bear this out, and perhaps it is the addition of Holiday. I think Chris Middleton this year has been a little bit more aggressive. He's taken maybe one more shot statistically than he took last year, but it just feels like everybody is now in the right place because of Jrue Holiday, and you obviously know what Giannis brings to the table. So I think in this series, they really looked to punch first, and they have done that with great force.
Well, I'll add to that. I think for Chris Middleton, he doesn't have to be the playmaker. He can score and just do his job. Shoot the ball and score. He doesn't have to make plays because you have this guy right here, Jrue Holiday, taking that for them. And I think it has made the game easier for these guys. And, yes, they made the right decision. Go out there and play. Go win. We want the Miami Heat
want them
because we're capable of winning this series.
Yeah, and look, it explains why they gave up so much in that trade for Jrue Holiday, because he not only brings all that stuff you guys are talking about, he brings toughness, right? You mentioned Vince, PJ Tucker also. I was in the bubble last year, that series between the Bucks and Heat. There was no question Miami was the tougher team. They had tougher will, they had tougher physically, more toughness physically. And in this series so far, the Bucks have been the tougher team.
Absolutely.
PJ Tucker brings that toughness. And if you look at some of the stats, right, Miami has not looked like Miami in some of those toughness statistics. Just look at rebounding. Last night, Miami got out-rebounded 61-36. That's insane for a Heat team. And then look at some of these other more offensive numbers, right? The points allowed, the points that they are, in fact, scoring less. The shooting percentages are way down, especially if you look at that field goal percentage. So I do expect in the next couple days, Eric Spoelstra is such a good coach. He is going to make sure that those players feel all of his adjustments in practice and get that toughness going in Game 3 that we haven't quite seen as much in this series as last year. But boy, the Bucks look like they're ready, and I guess they knew that they were ready just 10 days ago. Pretty impressive. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.